Hello there. I am off on a little adventure today, so I thought I might take you along with me. I'm off to Vermont. I'm going to see Michele over at Woolens and Nosh. I'm going to bring her the samples that I knit to her. I've got my snacks packed. I've got my drink, my coffee. I'm wearing my lento, of course, because I can't stop wearing it. So I'm hoping for a good day. It's kind of a dreary, yucky day, but that's okay. And Michele promises that we can have a sneak peek into her dyeing process. So come on along and we will see what we can find for footage. Okay, we're in Michele's studio. This is Nicole. Working hard. Finding myself mesmerized by this process. It's pretty cool to watch. Obviously, she's done this a few times. Hi, Michele.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I am taking yarn that we have worked into the skein that we're going to dye, and now I'm going to throw it in the washing machine.
The washing machine!
But really, I only ever use it on the spin cycle, and so it's just going to take out a lot of the extra water, so it's a little more manageable until I get it in the pot.
So you've pre-soaked this before you dyed it, and now you need to remove the water?
Correct.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna
Spin cycle only, people.
That's right. I put a little clip so I can find the end easy.
Okay, and so the yarn won't tangle in there.
It won't. We put it in a crochet chain, and I'm mindful of how I lay it in there and how I pull it out.
Yep.
And no, we haven't had it, knock on wood, I haven't had a tangle in the yarn from this process in years.
Okay, let's hope that I didn't curse you.
Don't jinx me!
Okay, we're back at the washer, and Michele, you're going to show us what you got in there.
Yeah.
Is it all tangled?
It's locked. I have to wait a second for it to unlock.
Now I have to wait. You're sure it's not all tangled?
I'm positive. Look. Look.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So that's what she meant when she said she puts it in like a crochet chain. They loop it together like that so it doesn't tangle. Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
That's so smart. How'd you learn that?
I'm pretty sure I saw somebody else do it.
I was going to ask if you learned it the hard way.
Well, I have learned the hard way that you have to be really careful when making your crochet chain, because if you don't do it right, it doesn't just open back up when you want to take it apart. And then we cried.
I'd cry too. Okay. All right. I'm going to follow you. Oh, here's our friend. What's the baby's name?
Marianne.
Hi, baby. Marianne. Hello. Oh, that was a good shot.
So now we're taking our crochet chain, we're undoing it, and we're opening up our circle again.
Wow.
And I've got each section clipped with a number, and I always orient it the same way so that I don't get lost. So,
Oh my God, it's gonna tangle.
it's not. It's not. We don't let that happen here.
She just fixed the whole bunch up. Look at over here, you guys. Look, it looks like spaghetti. She says it's not gonna tangle.
laughs like she knows what she's talking about.
It's gonna happen now. I'm gonna tangle it. Okay. There we go.
Seriously though, this is such a interesting process in general, and to be able to be behind the scenes and kind of see how much work goes into it. You know, we don't realize this when we're purchasing a skein of this yarn, and especially the self-striping. There's a lot that goes into it that people don't realize.
So we have warped about 30 skeins in this one continuous giant skein, and we've marked off each color that's going to come up in the, we're dyeing parts of a circle to create the self-striping. So I've got each section of the circle marked off so that I know which order they go in when I put them in the pot.
Wow. A whole lot of yarn there.
And I'm just scrunching the circle up so it fits in my pan.
And so this is just for one colorway, correct?
Correct.
And how many times a day do you do this?
If I'm organized and it's not too complicated of a colorway, and I work a full day, and kids and appointments and everything, sometimes things happen. But if I'm working 8 to 5, I can get anywhere between 3 and 4 colors done a day.
Wow.
3 colorways.
Yes.
And
that's 30 skeins, correct?
correct.
Oh, wow. So
Correct.
that's a lot of skeins of yarn in a day. Wow.
So,
Of course, every day isn't like that, I'm sure.
no,
but
it's not. But when we're like in production for shows, or when we're getting into Advent season, and we've got us just, we have it set up so that every day yarn is already soaked and we're ready to get running with it and try to be efficient with our time.
I'm sure you have to be. Yeah. So when do you start dyeing up your Advent?
I'm planning on having the first test game done next week.
Oh, wow. So it's way far ahead.
Yeah.
We just got over Advent and here you are into it. Wow.
So we'll start dyeing full production hopefully by the middle to end of April.
Wow.
And then, we're folding that in with our normal
Sure.
shop updates and shows and things like, and different wholesale orders. So because we need to dye it and then take it up
Yes.
and put it in the
Yes.
bags and get everything packaged, and we want to have it out mid to late October so that you have it in time for the holiday season.
Yep.
So yeah, we have to start early.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're at the next step in the process. Here she is in action.
So I like to do every other color to make sure I get nice clean lines between the stripes. And I just put the yarn down into the dye and give it a little zhuzh. Have to be a little mindful of how I'm agitating the yarn so I don't get it all tangled up on itself. But that's it. I just let it sit for a little while to start soaking up the yarn, or soaking up the dye.
Ooh, this is a fun one. And can you share with us what color you're dyeing, or are we not allowed to know that?
This is, it doesn't have a name, but it's like a warm gray.
Cool.
Is what this one is. The other one was a barely there blush peach. This next color is going to be a pretty strong pink.
Ooh.
And the cool part
Oh,
about
wow, look at how quickly that soaks it up, huh?
and I haven't, it's just dye and water so far. To get the dye to really adhere to the wool, you have to add acid and heat. So I'll add that in a little bit, but right now it's just...
So where you have those clips, will that be a white segment?
No, I will, when this is finished, I'll move the clip down and then it will be exposed there, and then I'll just take
Cool.
dunk
Oh,
it
yeah.
into the place there. This just helps keep it neat so we don't tangle, because the number one rule is
Don't tangle. Oh, one more color.
and this is like a really pretty, I know it doesn't look like it yet, but it's going to be a nice pretty beigey tan color.
Oh, it smells so good. Oh, the smell of wool.
Wet yarn. It's an acquired taste. My husband doesn't
I
like
know,
it.
a lot of people don't, but I really like the smell. A knitter would truly appreciate, I'm
Yes.
sure.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay.
Perfect.
So just let that sit for a few minutes.
So you have 4 colors going right now.
Yep. And when those 4 are done, I'll switch up to the undyed ones. And so it's
Wow.
usually between 2 or 3 passes for each color.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome.
Oh, hello again. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Michele for hosting me today. I had the most wonderful time with her. We got some footage of her in action. I didn't want to hold her up for too much longer, but it was a wonderful day. And you know, it's super awesome to be able to go see some behind the scenes like that. You don't very often get to do that. And then you realize how much work there truly is behind the scenes. So you know, it's really awesome. You can really appreciate the work that goes into the self-striping, and then when you're working on it and knitting it up, it's just phenomenal to think that they can make that happen. There's a lot of math and science and figuring out yards, and it's quite a process. And Michele has it down to a science for sure. I will, in addition to what you've already seen, I will put in a few photos. Some of the photos are Michele modeling the samples that I completed and brought along, and that was really fun. And all in all, it was just such a pleasure to go and have the chance to get to know her more and to see her in action like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like, and please show Michele some love. I'll put some links down below for you to go check out her website, where she's got some great stuff. So thank you all so much for sharing the journey with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.